an instrumental band, like obviously it's not lyrically about Uluru, so you take in your feeling, your perception of the rock and try and channel that into the riffs?
Yeah, so, well, I definitely knew of Uluru and knew the spiritual significance to the Aboriginal people. Like, we just went, I totally get it. Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable.
Yep.
Can't put words, but so the song came about. We were doing an in-store at Tim Guitars in Brisbane.
Hey, how are ya? My name is Lachlan Watt, and music is my life. This week's episode was recorded out the back of a hotel room I stayed in last month at Uluru, a tourist centre in the middle of Uluru National Park in the Northern Territory, right in the dead centre of Australia. And the morning after 3 days at Blacken Open Air, a metal festival in the Northern Territory that I covered in the last couple episodes of the podcast, a core group of perhaps a couple hundred people from the festival hit the road for a 6-hour drive to Uluru for the very special world-first event, Shadow of Uluru, where the Californian psychedelic rock band Earthless would headline a show in the park with support from Brant Bjork Trio, local Indigenous shredder Jeremy Whiskey, and the Melbourne experimental doom metal duo Divide and Dissolve. It was an incredible and truly surreal event, and not long after we'd all gone for a morning walk around the rock, I got to sit down with Earthless guitarist Isaiah Mitchell to find out the story behind their 2013 song Uluru Rock. Basically, the reason his band had found themselves so far from home with such a unique opportunity to begin with. Here's a little bit of exclusive footage of Uluru Rock live in the Shadow of Uluru. I knew almost nothing about Earthless going into this, but I walked away from the whole experience with a very special appreciation for them. And on next week's podcast, I will be talking to Pirate, the man behind this entire week of desert metal festivities. So please chuck the podcast a follow or a subscribe if you're interested in hearing or watching more about all of this. My name is Lachlan Watt, music is my life, and now I give you my conversation with Izzy from Earthless. Cheers. Thanks for agreeing to jump on and do this, Izzy.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. As I was telling you real quickly last night, I don't really know a great deal about Earthless, like apart from the fact that you played at Blacken, you're from San Diego, instrumental, 3-piece. You've toured Australia a bunch of times over the years. I've seen your names on flyers a lot of times over the last couple of decades. Give us, I guess, the elevator pitch. What is the basics we need to know?
I guess I'll tell you the origin story.
Yep.
Well, we're all from San Diego area. I worked at a guitar shop when I was about 16 in a town called Encinitas, and I worked with a guy there. He was older than me, named Scott Bartoloni, and he's a legend in the local San Diego scene. He was in a band called Heroin. There's one of the main ones, and Mario and him were in a band together called Klikatatakatawi. And so Mario would come in, and I met Mario when I was like 16 and just super young. And Mike was also friends with Scott. So I would see these guys come into the guitar shop when I was a teenager, a kid, like braces and everything. And yeah, a nerd kid. They wouldn't have time for me. They didn't want to hang with Scott. So I guess over the years, they heard me play guitar and this and that. And Mike and I had started a band with a guy named Tim Simple from a local band that was pretty big in the area called Boilermaker. We started a band called Lions of Judah. So Mike and I started a relationship musically. And then I had moved to the Bay Area, San Francisco, and I was coming down for Christmas, a Christmas holiday, and Mike asked me if I wanted to jam with Mario and him. And I was like, of course. Mario's like one of my all-time favorite drummers. It'd be a dream. I used to go to shows just to watch Mario play. I didn't care who we were playing with. He's just phenomenal to watch. And we jammed at Mike's house. We had a really good time. So we did it again the next day. And then I think that was it. And then I went back to the Bay Area after holidays. And then Mario hit me up or Mike or whoever. And like, hey, you want to do a show? We're down at the Casbah? I'm like, yeah, let's do a show. And we played with the band Stinking Lizaveta was our first show at the Casbah. I know some people have heard of that band. Yeah.
I have not.
Yeah. They did not like us. They were not nice to us. But that doesn't matter. I just think it's funny. But whatever. It was a cool show. I thought that was just going to be it. And Mario said after, "It's like, that was a lot of fun. Let's do it again." And I'm like, "Oh shit, okay." So go back to the Bay Area, and then eventually, like
25 years later, you're still doing it again.
Yeah, we're doing it again. Mike came. I decided to move back because I was going nowhere up there. Wasn't playing with anybody, and this was starting to want to become a thing. So Mike and a buddy of his roommate, drove up to get me and drive me back down because I didn't have a car at the time. So yeah, with my cabinet, my Marshall head, my guitars, my whatever box of clothes I had, I moved back down to San Diego, and then we started going at it.
And so it's your full-time thing now?
It's pretty much. I mean, we do other things. We have done other things at times that have taken us away from that, from Earthless. But I mean, we're full-time musicians. It's what we do. And yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how many times have you been to Australia before this?
I thought it was more than it was, but I think 11 for me.
That's insane.
Yeah. I think this is Earthless's 8th. I've done 2 solo kind of tours, and then I did one with the Black Crowes.
Right.
Yeah. So 11 times, that's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. I thought that was just for Earthless, but even 8 times just for Earthless is still a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was more myself.
Like as I said, I have seen your band's logo on a ton of tour flyers here over the years. So
cool. Red.
Yeah. How did the Blacken thing come about? Like, Pirate approached you guys?
Yeah, Pirate approached us. I think it may have started with playing here at Uluru, and Blacken was just another festival to go with it. But I think the selling point was like, play it at Uluru.
Yep.
Like, so instantly, I mean, my email response was like, I think just capital yes with a bunch of S's and explanation points. Like, yes, 100%, no doubt it. I do not want to miss this. I'll do anything to do it. And we felt like there might have been some conflict because he's an outside entity from who we use as our touring company, DRW, David Roy Williams.
Yep.
So we didn't want any conflict, so we got in touch with them, and they were super cool. They got in touch with Pirate, and then ended up booking a tour around it, and we're ending here. So it all worked out great.
So I understand you have a fairly iconic song called Uluru Rock.
Yeah.
What was your understanding of Uluru, like before any of this, and why were you compelled to write a song with that in mind? Because as an instrumental band, like obviously it's not lyrically about Uluru, so you just you take in your feeling, your perception of the rock and try and channel that into the riffs?
Yeah, so, well, I definitely knew of Uluru and knew the spiritual significance to the Aboriginal people. Like, that's, we just went, like, totally get it. Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable.
Yep.
Can't even put words, but so the song came about. We were doing an in-store at Tim Guitars in Brisbane. Mm-hmm. And we're on stage, and it's packed. Everyone there. It's free in store, all ages. And Mario had to go to the bathroom, and so Mike and I are standing up there, like in front of everybody. And I was feeling shy and don't want to talk on the microphone and say something stupid for no reason at all. So I started noodling, and the riff came out. and it felt good, and I kept doing it, and then Mario got back and got behind the drums, and we just started playing it. It just became a jam, and we had such a good time that day. It felt like at home, like something beautiful to keep experiencing. So we ended up always, for the rest of that tour, opening the show with this motif, this riff, whatever. And then it developed, and we sculpted, and over time, we recorded it. And the reason why we called it Uluru was because it was conceived in Australia, and it, for me in particular, like, I want to honor and acknowledge the indigenous people of Australia, and it feels like that was a very powerful, beautiful place, and it just felt, it was out of just respect.
Right.
I don't know what else, another name. That's too beautiful of a place,
Is that a common thing for you guys, just like coming up with a jam on the fly on the road and then it becoming a part of the set list? Because I don't know if I've ever heard of that happening before.
Yeah, on the road, I don't know about that so much, but definitely in the practice room, like, we'll just be jamming, and like someone will hear someone do something, like Mario will hear me or Mike do something. They go, do that again. And, we press record on our phones. Phones sound good now, and jam rooms and all that.
Yep.
So, that's how my favorite stuff is created that way.
For sure.
Instead of like pre-writing and doing all that. Yeah.
So what was, you went out to the Rock for the first time today. I remember I came out here for the very first Blacken in 2013, and with a couple of friends before the festival, and we drove up to Uluru first, just to kind of make a trip of it, because I'd never been to the Northern Territory before in my life, and I had just a insane kind of like life-affirming spiritual experience out there.
Awesome.
It was unreal, and I've been coming back as much as I can ever since. So I totally understand the how significant and spiritually just, I guess, vibrant, and just the energy out there just feels so like immediately like electric and compelling. Hey,
absolutely. Yeah, it emanates something, and it I don't even know what, like, putting words on it is going to be complicating it and diminishing it. It's powerful and beautiful, and you can feel it. And then, just thinking of like the tens of thousands of years that people have been going there and doing whatever they've been doing. I don't know. It's a place like I've never been before.
Yeah. So you did the walk all the way around it?
Yeah, we did it. We did a sunrise this morning. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It was wonderful. It was so wonderful.
What was the most, I guess, perhaps surprising thing or unexpected element of actually seeing Uluru in person for you?
I mean, like pictures and videos, they say a lot, but it doesn't say everything. But like being there and seeing the textures and the way that time and the elements have shaped things, the way they have, like especially like the wave, just how just thousands of years of water, millions of years of water, whatever, just like you can see that running, that, where it runs, the colors, like how orange it was in some places. And it's just like, it's larger than life, and you can't, I don't know how to wouldn't capture it.
Yeah, I don't think you can really understand just truly how big it is until you're actually in front of it, right? Because you just kind of, you see it in photos and it looks massive, and then when you're approaching it, it looks massive, and then it's just getting bigger and it's getting bigger and it's getting bigger, and all of a sudden you're at the base of it and you're like, fuck, that's so tall.
I thought it was actually going to be smaller.
Totally.
It was massive. But it's so beautiful. So beautiful. And I wish I, was with someone that could explain things like the holes. Like I know there's stories with everything, the dream stories. It's just, adds a whole nother element and like deep appreciation for it, for sure.
Yep. And have you noticed how the color, like you kind of just assume it would be like a red sort of color, just like the sand here or whatever, but then you get up close to it and you kind of realize that it's sort of every color all at once and just kind of more of a reflection of its surroundings at points.
Oh, totally. Very different hues, like like even like the like black or a deep gray, and then like a bright, vibrant orange and silvers, and like the different shades of the browns. It's amazing. Like trying to figure out, I don't know. They say it's sandstone, right?
Yeah, it's like sedimentary rock.
Sometimes I don't get how that stuff just shows up like that.
And apparently it's like 3 kilometers deep. Like that's how much deeper the rock goes under the ground. So you're only seeing the very, very tip of it.
Far out.
It's insane.
So just over time, like tectonic plates are pushing it up. Kind of thing.
And it was. I think the best science says it's like was once at the bottom of the ocean. You know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Millions and millions of years. Yep. And like, I mean, you've probably seen the Alps, or maybe you've seen other mountain ranges that are just magnificent. But like, this have amazing, wonderful, unique energy. But there's something about that was like unworldly in a way. Just
it's really alien.
Yeah, and also connected to the culture, the original culture here, like that connection. It all ties in, and it just has a power that I've never experienced or you felt. It's incredible.
So you played Blacken just a couple of days ago before we all came up here. What did you make of the festival? How was your experience of the 3 days there?
So fun.
Yeah.
Like the bands. It was intense and a lot of fun. Some bands I'd never heard of, and some bands I really got turned on to and had a good time with. But my favorite were the people. Just everyone that was there. It was such a good vibe. Like people were so warm, sweet, funny, just light. Everyone was, it's like everyone was good together. It was not like one asshole at that place. I couldn't find.
Yeah,
one.
I didn't even really think about that, but I didn't see one like fight or argument or anything.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. Festivals, there's always some kind of like overly drunk person being a total dick or something.
Drama somewhere. Yeah,
but not a single thing. I didn't see a couple fight. I didn't see anyone being too drunk pissing anyone off. It was fucking great. The vibe was fantastic. I loved that. I loved that, and like getting to meet Pirate and everyone that came to help. Like, great people, beautiful people.
Pirate's like a character that's just stepped out of Mad Max. Almost, it's insane.
He's a cool dude, man.
Super cool.
I'm grateful to know him.
Made all of this happen just from the ground up. Like,
yeah.
I remember the first time I came up here in 2013, and it was just so stunning to like, and just inspiring to see this like DIY scene. I guess this DIY metal scene that,
like in Alice Springs.
Yeah,
I've been hearing about that.
That just kind of like, they had nothing. So Pirate and his mates got together and they built a studio. They started a record label, and then they did all the bands together. Then they started the festival and started bringing all the other bands from around the country here. And yeah, it's like, I think it is like the most prolific DIY metal scene I've ever encountered.
It feels very DIY, and I mean, for us, we're not saying we play like corporate stuff like in Europe or whatever, but it's not like that. It's not like homegrown, and that's a really good feeling. It just feels more like everyone's in it together and everyone gets it. And it's like, I don't know, just a stronger togetherness in like a community, you really feel it. I loved it.
Yep.
That was definitely one of my favorite festivals.
Are there any festivals you've been to before that you could kind of compare it to somewhat?
I mean, yeah, it's like different kinds. Like Roadburn Festival is very much like that, like very like familial based. It's especially the organizers, but it's on a larger scale. It's different, and it's in buildings and all that. But we played a couple of times a festival in the Swiss Alps called Palp Festival, and it's up on a mountainside. And it's not very big. It's about probably the size of Blacken amount of people, and it's just gorgeous. And you're looking at the Alps, also very like communal, but it's just different though. Like Blacken was very special. They're just a something I can't put my finger on it. Just the connection and the warmth with the people, and just felt like everyone was friends. Like everyone was friends. Everyone knew each other. And I didn't feel separate from anything. Where other festivals, there's a lot more separation. There's just so much warmth. Like, which is, I mean, I love warmth. I love hugging people. I love being close to people. So it was beautiful.
Yeah, and even just the scenery. Like I walked up. Did you walk up the mountain at all? Like the little hill next to the fest?
Yeah, on the last day, the sunset.
Yep.
And then before that, right before we did that, I took a walk back into the gorge just to go check it out alone, and it was very quiet and peaceful and very beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of Brant Bjork's set, but I listened to all of it from up the top of the hill.
There you go.
As the sun was setting, and it was like, that's a special place to watch some desert rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was unreal.
From that vantage point and like hearing it and looking like everywhere, absolutely. Yeah, I did that walk during Brant's set, mostly knowing because I would see him today. And I really wanted to get out for a walk and have some quiet time.
What were some of the acts that perhaps impressed you or you enjoyed? Was at the festival?
Like Isua? Is it?
Isua, yeah.
Isua, I love them. They were great. And they're friends, but I haven't seen them really. And they were awesome. I really, really enjoyed them. What was the band from Czech?
Guitarist?
That was hilarious. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Mental.
You'd never come across them before?
No. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. And Witch Skull from Geelong, is it?
Canberra,
yeah, I really liked them, and I feel like we may have played with them a long time ago. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I imagine you probably would have, given 8 Australian tours and them being the kind of like legends of that sound in Australia.
Yeah, and the singer, I like it's different singing. I like that. I like that a lot. It worked for me. And Slim Krusty.
Yeah, he was funny as hell.
And just meeting and hanging with him as a dude, fuck, I love that guy. It was a good hang. I hope he makes it. He said he might come. I hope he does.
I haven't seen him, but yeah he might be around.
Lovely dude, and him hanging from so
it was unreal.
He's hilarious. Just like he's just a funny person and a sweetheart, and that's a great combo.
I've never seen him live before, and I really didn't know what to make of him, I guess. But I figured that kind of the tracks I'd checked out wasn't really for me, but like seeing it live was like, this rocks.
Yes.
This dude rules.
Yeah.
I was like hanging with the Blood Duster dudes sort of.
Yeah.
Before
they were great.
Before he played, the first time, because he played 2 nights in a row, but the first night, I think before his set, Jason from Blood Duster was like, oh, I'm going to go check out this Slim Krusty dude. And I'm like, I didn't really think you'd be into that. And he's like, yeah, I'm not really, but he just seems like a cunt that really lives it and he really means it. And I want to see that. And
he's real. He does live it, and like more than most people. Like that. He's full on walking and talking all the time. That's very rare. It's a very special person, and I was very attracted to him because of that.
Yeah,
and we had it was sweetheart.
It was
cool as fuck.
So funny. Yeah. So you went out to the site before that you're playing tonight.
Yeah, sound checked.
In the shadow of the rock. Describe it. What's it actually look like out there? How far from Uluru are you performing?
Pretty far. I couldn't actually see it from the stage, Uluru, but the other set that's across the way, I can't remember the name. Like the head.
Katachuja?
Yeah, you could see that behind the stage in the distance, so that's there. But
right.
I mean, where I couldn't see Uluru, maybe I think the hill was just a little too high, but if you walk up the hill, it'll be there.
Yep.
Yeah. But it was beautiful. Very, very windy.
Do you think you've ever? Will this be the most unique show you will have ever played in Earthless?
I'm going to say definitely one of the two. The other most unique show that I would never imagine have ever happened in the world is we played in our last tour in Japan. We played like 1,000-year-old Shinto shrine, and it was unreal. The energy there was amazing, in a town called Nagano, and that was like once in a lifetime, very special. I
think Nagano is like a pretty small place, right?
Very small place.
I accidentally went there once when I had the Japanese rail pass and just was just kind of riding the trains. I was like, let's get off here. Kind of, we need somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
And got off in Nagano and found like a crazy 5-star hotel just on the beach and was like, let's be fancy for one night.
Yeah. Live it up.
Yeah, then ended up meeting one of the original animators from Dragon Ball Z in the bar there that night. Like,
oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, that's my experience with Nagano.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was tucked away up in the hills. Just an old temple, shrine, maybe monastery. Just very beautiful. And you'd walk behind it and you'd see all these little like deities of, like, I don't know, just different Japanese Buddhist, or not. It's not even Buddhist. It's pre-Buddhist. It's more nature-based. The Shinto religion. So yeah, it was phenomenal. Like, that was beautiful. Like that gig and this just have very meaningful. This one is very special. Like that we're doing today.
You seem like a very spiritual band and like spiritually grounded sort of people. Is that an accurate kind of judgment on you?
I mean, I think musically, yeah. For me, I am definitely into all of those things, and Buddhism, and I don't. Just like it's always been a part of my life since I was young, and it's close to me, and I relate and connect to it. So it is important in my life for sure, in one way or another. But yeah, I don't know. We don't really have religious talks. Yeah, no, the guys.
Religion and spirituality, I think,
or spiritual
two separate things.
Yeah, but music is spiritual, and music is a meditation. Like that's for me, that's the ultimate goal. And with Earthless, it's great because it's a place where you can go to that place, like the just being centered, being calm, and like letting go, and like having it more breathe through you. Be present, be as present as you possibly can. Mean everything that you do when you're doing it. Like don't like mail it in or just make filler. Like it's a wonderful exercise of like intention, and you can get lost into it in a meditation, especially when the band's clicking and we're onto something. It's magical. Music, as we all know, is very old, and it's been used by every civilization, and it puts people in trances, and that's very important. And in a way, that's what we want to do and what we are doing, to a degree, I think.
Yeah, I'll tell you a quick story, like a kind of condensed version of a bit of a spiritual awakening I had coming out here for the first time. Went out to Uluru, and I had come up here to check out the festival. Yeah. But I was at a point in my life where I felt very insecure with like my career and just following the musical path and all of that. And I was just sort of like, what am I, like unsure if I was doing the right thing or not, and just if I should kind of consider sort of switching paths up and stop fucking around with this like childish music thing or whatever. A bit of voices of my parents in the back of my head, kind of insecurity.
Totally.
And I went out to the Rock and took a bit of acid and just having this insane kind of spiritual moment, sitting down in the sand, like in front of the Rock, and just having all this profound kind of understanding just pouring into my mind and like my soul, I suppose, and just feeling like I understood all these things that I'd never really understood before, and just was kind of becoming at peace with so much more. And then it was like, I think a cloud kind of came over the top, or maybe I was just tripping, but like it felt like a cloud came over and everything went kind of dark. And then the Rock like spoke to me and said, "And what brought you here?" And I said, "Metal." And just went, and it was like all the insecurity just left my body. And from then it was like, yep, this is my life.
That's it.
I'm on the right path.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. All the way. I almost
teared up telling that story.
I can feel you. Yeah, I love hearing that. Those are deep and extremely significant moments. And I do believe that stuff is great medicine. And being in a beautiful place, I think it's powerful. The Uluru, like, man, that's great that you were connecting with that and like going in with the intention. What's up? Help! I need help. Like,
yep.
And it comes. And look at it's great.
Yeah, and here I am, like 12, 13 years later or whatever it is, still coming back to the Rock, still doing metal, more successful in it than ever. And
Proud
yeah,
of you, man.
it's great.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you.
You did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Following the truth, following your truth. Yeah. I know what you mean, man. Like the voices in the head are really, they can win sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's good when they don't. It's fucking powerful. That's awesome.
So what have you got coming up for Earthless after this? Is tonight the last show of the tour?
Yep. Yeah. We're going to
I feel like,
home.
you couldn't go back and like play like even Melbourne after this would feel weird. Like you couldn't end it on anything else, right?
Yeah. This is a perfect way to say goodbye. And it'll be bittersweet, of course, because it's such a beautiful place and a beautiful experience. Yeah. So we'll go home. I miss my wife. I can't wait to see her. It's going to be awesome. But then we'll be home for about 2 weeks and go back out again. We'll do U.S., like a little, like almost 3-week U.S. tour.
Are you heading out with
Do you know the Japanese band Maname Deutsch?
I do not.
Oh, check them out. They're fantastic. They're like very kind of like the German rock scene of the 70s, like the motoric beat, like very driving and hypnotic and trancy. Yeah,
Nice.
They're fantastic. We've toured with them. It was last year. We did a East Coast tour with them of the U.S. But they're amazing, wonderful band, wonderful people. It's a Japanese band, Maname Deutsch.
Nice.
You'll dig it.
Check it out.
Yeah.
And do you have anything else in the works with the band? Like, how long ago did you release music?
The last record, what was it? 2022, I think, is when the last record came out. So, no, our focus now, for the most part, is after that tour, let's get to work. We need to write a record.
Yep.
We got to do that. Man, we're ready.
And I would assume that like you guys don't have too many preconceptions about going in to write new records. It's just kind of a whatever flow you find yourself in when you get in the room.
100%. Yeah, it's very what feels right. Nothing forced. It has to feel right for us all. Yeah, and the best songs that we write, my favorite songs that we've written, are all ones that just come and they happen, and we find the vibe and the energy of it, and it becomes what it becomes. And those are the best ones. Yeah. But yeah, like we did one record where I wrote like 4 songs to bring in. We did stuff with vocals, and they're okay, but it's not my favorite stuff. It's like my least favorite stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So vocals has never really worked out for you in that sense. You've never had the desire to pursue that path as a band.
Not so much.
You got little bits of it, right?
Little bits of it. I mean, we like playing covers of other people's music, so if we do an encore, it'll be like that. But yeah, instrumental just always felt like the thing for us, and it's more like, we all do love jazz music very much, and it's like you could listen to Alice Coltrane or John Coltrane or whoever you want to listen to, Miles Davis, and it's just music. You don't need words. So,
what was the first kind of most significant music for you that set you on this path?
I was very young. My dad is a bass player, and he'd have band practice at the house all the time. So that was one of them. But the biggest first influence was Frank Zappa. Like, I loved Frank Zappa as a kid.
Yep.
And my grandma, she loved Elvis Presley, so that became the next one. So, I mean, those are the early influences, but yeah, I think just my dad being a musician made me want to play, and
Nice.
it sounded cool. Yeah, and I wanted to, let's do that.
Well, unless you have anything else you'd like to say, Izzy, I think that might be a nice place to wrap it up so we can all go get ready for the big rock show at the Rock tonight.
We're going to have a fun time, man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So awesome.
Really appreciate you taking the time out to have this chat.
It's an honor to talk to you. And you're curious, so happy to talk with you, man.
Sweet.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks, Izzy.
You're welcome. You.
Thanks for listening to Music Is My Life. This podcast is self-produced by me, Lachlan Watt. I'd like to thank Audio-Technica Australia for providing the high-quality equipment that has made this possible, as well as Patrick Galvin at Hollowbone Studio for the design. The killer theme music that you are currently hearing was written by the legends TJ Cowgill and Sam Saljuki. Catch you in the next episode.